come about Bugtail. I knew someone would, but my neighbors have kept their distance since he returned. Yes. Or rather, I fear I will share his fate. Bugtail rode out to deliver a horse despite my protest. The gelding returned. He did not. Before I would have been the first to go looking, but I dreaded he'd return. Like the others. And he did. Dead? Or gone? For now. Even the horses could tell something was wrong with him. I fought with this one's reins as he groomed her, but she started and kicked Bugtail. Ink sprayed everywhere. When I cleared my eyes, it was all that remained. I do not wish to speak of what has happened here, but I will. How many more will vanish and return to haunt us if no one tries to stop it? What is it you wish to know, stranger?
We're out of meat and no hot meals. If those are luxuries to which you're accustomed, you can keep on moving and find another inn. What are you, some sort of adventurer? Yeah. Yeah, you look the part. Sorry I was short with you. Since Igmund passed, I've had to work twice as hard and twice as long to run the inn. It's done my manor no favors. Damned fool. He wanted to build a bonfire and drink the night away like we used to. Haven't seen Igmund down mead like that since we were barely men. He lost his legs and tumbled into the fire. Nothing but cinders left by the time I doused the blaze. Not so much of a scrap of clothing. Just black, tarry ashes. Never seen anything throw such a thick black smoke. But it didn't smell like you'd expect. Hair and burned flesh. More like old hay or musty linens. It wasn't natural. I want to know what happened to my brother. Whether he's alive or truly dead. Even if the truth says he really did die in that fire, at least I can put my doubts to rest. What do you wish to know?
Wait a moment, stranger. I need to speak with you. So you're the one's been asking questions about the people who've gone missing, then come back wrong? I don't like involving strangers in our affairs, but my daughter's gone. Not the first time, or even the fourth, that Annis has run off, but... well, you've heard what befell the others. I'm worried she's in real danger. A few days ago, I punished her for neglecting her chores again. She must have snuck out in the night. I couldn't find hide nor hair of her in the morning. She hasn't been home since. She's a stubborn one. But normally she'd have come back by now. I just want to know she's all right. I hate asking a stranger to do this, but no one else has the spine to leave the Nook right now. And I can't go traipsing after that rapscallion like I used to. Will you find Annis and bring her back to me? Our house is just over there, on the west side of town. There may be something among Annis's things that points to where she ran off to, but my nerves are too frayed to see it. I'm at my wit's end.
Nothing wrong with a little opportunistic harvesting.
Well, any luck, stranger? We don't have much, I know. Anise never fails to remind me. Have you found anything that might lead to my daughter? That's just some old handbill Anise had been hanging on to. Months old. Some vessel seeking fresh-faced deckhands that's long since pulled up anchor. I pitched it to the hearth after our last argument. Probably why she left, but not where. When Anise was little, we couldn't keep her away from it. She'd grab it when we weren't looking and batter the walls and stairs, pretending it was her pirate sword. Drove my husband crazy. I've made do for so long I never bothered to replace it. What's that doing out? Anise's plan for a fort. My husband built it for her when she was about 6. Oh, must be a moldering wreck by now. Unless... if she hasn't run off to join that elf circus, she might be there. It was east of here, in the hills.
Ah, you're off to find this Anise girl, then. Tell me what you've learned. I wasn't able to overhear everything. You've been gone for some time. You managed to persuade the locals to share their stories with you, yes? Did their firelight tales share any common themes? Restless phantoms returning to say their last goodbyes before being spirited away once more? This really is beginning to sound like a ghost story. It's all a little too coincidental, don't you think? There has to be a common cause. You and Hesef have been our only visitors at the camp. If Anise has only recently gone missing, there may still be a chance for us to find her before she becomes the latest victim in this ghost story. Do you have any leads? Seeking out a more comforting time, no doubt. Let's hope she hasn't escaped into the arms of a monster. I'll follow your lead. My expertise in stage combat won't do us much good, but I have a few other talents and tricks up my sleeve.
Off with you, Swit! What a charming little fort. Well cared for, loved.
Annie's home away from home. We should look around. Footprints coming here and heading somewhere else. A list of departures. Annie's had a mind to travel. I wonder what adventures this tiny sword has seen. Seems our pirate raided the pantry before she left. She planned to be gone. I can picture our young heroine, wielding her imagination like a saber and cutting her way through all manner of adventure. I crave adventure and freedom. Play is my only escape. I come here to plan. I fantasize about leaving. Doubt holds me back. I need someone to believe in me. So often I'm alone, but today I have a visitor. Someone I trust. I go with them. I've never been more excited. I believe I have thrust to the heart of the matter. Hear me out. Getting into character, you could say. Preparing for a part is all about understanding my role. How they think, how they feel. Anything and everything about who they are. I have always had a good head for details, and it serves me well as an actress. She's young, or at least young at heart. She's unhappy with her life, but she feels trapped. She has a dream to follow, but she's too scared to go it alone. Only now she's found help. One place to sleep, yet 2 mugs on the crate, both unfinished. And of course, 2 sets of footprints heading south, into the marsh, dancing all the way. The only way forward is to follow in their steps. Shall we dance too? I don't know who Annie's met out here, but the clues suggest that she wasn't in danger. Yet. We shouldn't dawdle. The tracks lead to this ruin. Did Annie's come here seeking adventure? Despite the smell, I don't think that's a funerary urn. The ashes are too fresh. This book is well worn, but hardly old. Given the subject matter, I'd wager it belonged to Annie's. There are bits of paper in this brazier, but most of these books are too soggy for tinder. Well, this is troubling. I believe Annie's came here and performed some sort of ritual, and not the sort conjured from an overactive imagination. Whoever she followed here convinced her to make an offering to this place. I'm certain that well-worn adventure book was a dear possession to Annie's. She wouldn't have torn pages from it for a lark. She burned them in that brazier with her own blood for some ritual purpose. Not yet. But I was a mage of great talent in a past life. If there's any clue relating to what is occurring in Farmer's Nook, I'll find it. There's a good chance Anise will return to town, like the others. If she does, confront her about this. If Anise does return to Farmer's Nook, be careful confronting her. The last thing we want is for her to do something drastic and come to harm like those who came before her.
Anise, everything all right?
You? Your mother's looked all over for you. Where have you been?
Ugh, I ran away again, all right? Just be glad I came back at all. What's the big deal? This is the 7th time I tried running away in 3 years. Why are they all gawping at me like they're afraid to blink? Do I know? No, I don't know you. Why do you care? And none of those people disappeared. They went after their dreams. I'm not the only one who has those, you know. Nobody wants to be stuck in Farmer's Nook for their whole life. They just didn't want anyone to miss them. It's why I'm here now. I didn't want the last time my mom saw me to be after another fight. But they have to let us go sometime. What? No, it's not like they're buried in a crypt or anything. I'm just trying to say I'm not the only one who felt trapped here. I don't know why I'm telling you all this. I don't even know you.
I hate to interrupt, but may we have a word in private? So, that's Anise Favrod. What do you make of her? How apropos, considering that little library we found is a shrine to Hermaeus Mora. Though I'm still not sure how the Demon of Knowledge fits into this puzzle of ours. Why would Anise consort with it? Perhaps I should have made an offering of my own? It certainly looks that way. I didn't find anything relating to the ritual that was performed at that shrine, but some of those moldy tomes shed a little light on things. The Aliads, who used to live out here, revered Mora as their principal prince. The shrine we found was simply one of many ruins. I discovered record of another ruin
muted
near
for
to
20
Farmer's
minutes.
Nook. If we're dealing with a cult,
Well, the
or
story
some
pretty
other
much tells
servants of
itself, right?
Mora, it would make the perfect hideaway. What do you say we go check it out?
Alright, so for 20 minutes I've been muted. Bleh. I'm not re-recording all that, obviously, because I can't. The story pretty much tells itself. Sorry I had to go. I had a phone call. Got some coffee and stuff and came back and yeah. So, apologies about the 20 minutes with no talking, but at least the story was telling itself, so that's good. Could be worth investigating. Let's go.
The ruin I spoke of is north of town, not too far. I'll have a word with the innkeeper and Hesef about keeping Anise occupied while we work, but if you wish to speak with anyone else before we head out, I'll wait here.
Are you that worried about Anise?
We have reason to suspect that Anise is somehow involved in this mystery. Better to assume she is playing the role of the villain until we know more. Even if she's simply another victim of circumstance, it's safer for everyone that she stay put.
Goodbye. Running to the alien ruin. Pewter.
A torn page. We're closing in.
Yes, I see it.
This looks right. After you. Adventurers first.
Almost missed a book there. What?
Stand back, you swab! You cannot board this vessel until you have satisfied me, the mighty Flicker!
Look out, she's...
Ha!
Mighty
Think
Flicker?
you can sail with me, wee one? I've felled giants like trees. I've slapped a dragon around until it got down and licked my hand. I've kicked Molag Bal in the arse once, and he begged me to do it again! Ha ha! Answer me this. Why do we sail?
To find glory in battle.
And there you have it. What worth is booty if it isn't earned? What is a battle if you don't cut a bloody swath through your enemies? We sail for honor, for glory! Now brace yourself, wee one. You face the Argonian next!
The Argonian.
Will the sea swamp? The high seas run deeper than any river, filled with the blood of enemies. A challenge awaits you, sailor. Are you prepared to give our journey your all? Or will you wilt like a mushroom in summer? Tell me, speak true. Why do we sail?
To see new lands?
This one erects the spine of disappointment. Earth is earth. Rivers are rivers. Each new land is like the old, with that which kills and or must be killed. The voyage of discovery motivates only the foolish. Think, pirate, and answer me again.
To meet Sithis?
I erect the spine of respect. I have fought countless monsters alongside the were-shark, yet none has ever bested me in battle, much to my regret. One day, I hope, I will meet that which can kill me. Now, face Two Scars, and rejoice in Sithis.
Very well.
Think you have what it takes to join the Were-Shark's crew? I doubt it.
What does alchemy want to say?
I'm afraid I only have a cursory knowledge of the Captain Wershock series. I find adventure stories rather shallow for a genre that professes to explore great depths. Try flipping through that book for inspiration. Or improvise.
Goodbye. Okay, you had nothing important to say.
So, you've impressed the big bear and the hard turtle. So what? I walk in the shadow and sleep in the trees. I drink snake venom and piss honeyed mead. I'm the baddest, sharpest, meanest pirate on the high seas. But I don't sail alone. Why?
Because your crew is your family.
That's right, we're family. Every one of us, from the captain himself to the lowliest swabber of decks, is one big, happy, fierce, terrifying family. No mere crew can hold a candle to us, because we're not a crew, we're blood. Welcome aboard, kin.
Thanks.
Your performance could have used more verve, but it seems the Guardians aren't judging on enthusiasm. Let's head inside.
Whatever, Alchemy. Judgment. Judgy pants.
Oriel above. It's Anise and all the others.
I found them.
They appear to be alive. Let's try waking them.
What?
Oh, darling.
Why is it?
That's
Did I
lovely.
accidentally hit that? I must have.
Yes, bring back more sweet rose.
Gold. So much gold.
Dare ye cross sabers with Red Anise? Huh.
It's a dream. They're all dreaming. This is no normal sleep, but it's oddly benign for a curse. None of these people appear to be in distress. In fact, they seem to be dozing quite serenely. Some of them have been missing for weeks, yet they show no signs of poor health.
So they're not in any danger?
Not from the spell they're under, no. Though why they were made to sleep and what our mystery stranger intends for them is still very much unknown.
Can we wake them?
I believe so, but I'm not entirely certain we should. Right now, the spell isn't doing any harm, but tampering with it could change that. I'd like to get a better idea how Anise and the others came under this spell before I start striking it through.
What do you have in mind?
Now that you've rehearsed your role, let's cast you as a pirate in her fantasy. See if you can reach Anise within her dream and get her to wake up.
I can try.
When you're ready, place a hand on
Look alive! The dead have come for us!
Yarr. We're dead. Let me at him.
All right, but don't cry for Mummy.
Who's attacking who? There's somebody attacking up here.
Is that the last of them?
Yarr.
Thank you, Beck.
Are ye landlubbers?
If you came to help, you have my thanks. But it's not needed. Looks like Prince Vogger is going down with his ship. Not that the ship is going down, I mean, it's just... You know what I mean.
This is a dream, Anise. You need to wake up.
What did you... No. I'm Red Anise, the Crimson Shrike, and I'll skewer any swab who says otherwise.
Just me, none of this is real.
Stow it, sailor. With Prince Vogger dead, we need to find his treasure. Check his cabin while I search the rest of the hold. This adventure isn't done until we've secured that treasure. Savvy?
I guess I'll look for Prince Vogger's treasure. Yar. Hello.
You can make it. Keep moving.
We can do it. Where's the captain's quarters? Through this way? Up here. Okay. Makes sense. The wheel's right there.
That's it then? Well, let's have a look. Prince Vogger's treasure was a book. Didn't know old Deadeyes could read. Well, let's get it back to Captain Wereshark. Maybe it'll help break the curse.
You should look at this book, Anise.
Red Anise to you, Swabby. This book, this is about Captain Wereshark and Flicka and the others. I don't understand. This is all a story. But where am I? Why aren't I in the book?
We found you dreaming in an Iliad ruin. You're under a spell. I entered your dream to wake you.
I remember it now. I remember it all. Damn it, Cress. You said I could finally escape, and no one would come for me. They wouldn't even know I was gone. That was the deal.
Deal? Did you ask for this?
Cress said that they would make it so I could finally live out my dreams. I could have this life, and they would take my place. I'd finally be free of Farmer's Nook, and my mom wouldn't ever need to worry about my life of piracy.
That's not fair to her. You'd both be living a lie.
I know. It was too perfect. I knew it was too perfect. Dreams don't last. That's why they're dreams. Just a few more moments. It was just getting good.
5 more minutes.
I just want to celebrate victory with the captain once before this is all over. Maybe steal a kiss before I go.
You mentioned Cress was behind this. Who is that?
Please, I can tell you about Cress when we're back in the ruin. Just leave me with the dream a little longer.
Goodbye. Okay. Raider here to kill. Did somebody go through and kill all this stuff before I got here? And if so, is there a boss somewhere that I can kill?
Whew,
Some
that
loot,
was a
maybe?
bit of a warm-up.
Can I get you out of your dream?
Killing what is already dead.
Okay, back. Like, if there was gonna be a boss, it'd be in here, right? Or down here. Okay, no boss. That's fine. Yarr.
You're awake! Good. It's been a while since I've worked any magic that didn't involve sleight of hand. Anise is still soundly asleep. Could you not get through to her in the dream?
She wanted to enjoy the dream a little longer. She's part of Captain Wareshark's crew.
So, she stepped right into the story that's inspired her since she was little. That explains the ritual with that book. How better to keep her under the spell than to put her in a prison she wouldn't want to escape? Insidious.
It's not a prison. She made a deal with someone called Cress.
You're telling me this crest didn't take her place? They traded for it? And not just her, but everyone here. What does Cress have to gain from these bargains? To infiltrate the town? What could a sleepy village offer someone who can create dreams?
What should we do with the dreamers?
The deal they made isn't so harmless as they might have believed. You've seen how frightened the villagers are. How many more need to vanish before Cress has whatever it is they want? They won't like it, but we should wake them and end this farce. Here we go. Pray that a rude awakening is the worst they have to suffer. It's ready. Wake Anise, and the curse will break.
Farewell, Captain. All right, so we're awake. Dreams shattered. A life of brooms and boredom ahead. Happy now?
I need to know about Cress.
Cress is different. They looked like Bugtail when they approached me, but his clothes were covered in ink and he seemed unwell. They confessed that they weren't who they appeared to be, but they needed my help.
You didn't find that suspicious?
Cress didn't look suspicious to me, just sad, vulnerable. They said they screwed up again, that they couldn't be who they were trying to be. Cress knew I didn't want to stay in Farmer's Nook, so they offered to take my place.
Do you know why Cress wanted to trade places?
I think they were running away too, from a life they didn't want to go back to. You know how many times I tried to do that? But I could never just leave my mom behind, alone. I thought we'd all be happy this way.
You think your mother would be happy with a substitute?
She would not.
Mother?
mother's here.
I'm sorry.
If you wanted to be rid of me so bad, you could have sent a fake who did her chores.
Good one. Confront Cress. I don't really want to talk to everybody, honestly. Who's Cress? Where's Cress at? Is Cress out here?
We will trust
This is a very long side quest, so I'm just gonna cut straight to the chase here and go to Cress after I grab this iron ore.
Nice hole.
Thank you. Straight to Cress. Straight to Cress.
Hey, you! Have you seen Anise? Have you seen Anise? She ran off. I knew I shouldn't have let Hesef watch her alone.
Explain what happened.
Niall asked me to keep the girl occupied, so I kept her mug full and listened to her go on about her pirate stories. I'm getting famished, so I asked Hesef to watch her while I made a stew. That was the last I saw her, until I heard Hesef calling.
What do you have to say about it?
They were playing cards when she just bolted out of her chair like a snake bit her and ran out the door. He chased her, but Hesef's not much of a runner. Said Anise was headed east, out of town. Niall's going to have my hide for this.
It's alright, the real Anise is with her mother. They're on their way back now.
Hold on, real Anise? Who was it we've been watching this whole time?
An imposter named Cress. Mael can explain. I need to catch up to them. Alright. So, gotta pursue Cress this way. Forgot about my knee spot. Appears I just smacked him with my staff. Is that melee? Maple. Alright, so here we are, back at the weird altar thing. Here's Cress.
I don't want to go back. I don't want to go back. You're the one I don't know. Why are you here? I didn't run away again, I promise.
I know you're not really Anise, Cress.
Excuse me? You don't even know me. I am Anise. I can prove it. Ask me anything.
We already woke Anise and everyone else.
I'm her twin sister. I can't be Anise anymore. I know. Maybe I could be someone else. What about you? Can I be you?
No, Cress, it's over.
Enough of this charade, Cress. Off with your false face.
What are you? Ah!
You're a Daedra?
Wait! Don't hurt me. I didn't do anything. I just gave them what they wanted.
Why are you trading places with the people in this town?
I just want to live. Like you. I'm so tired of watching. I don't want to go back. Don't make me go back.
Back where?
To the unbound library of the one who knows. To record what was observed. That is our purpose. To watch your lives and ink the details down. Day in, day out. Always the same. They know it too. The people here.
That's why I offered an escape.
Why did you keep making these deals?
I kept getting it wrong. Being a person. Despite all I knew, I kept making mistakes. Bad, painful mistakes I couldn't undo. So I had to try again. And again. Life is hard, but that makes it interesting. Please, let me stay. Don't send me back.
I'll discuss it with my friend.
Yes, please. I didn't mean to cause any trouble. I won't cause any more trouble.
Interesting. If you don't return, won't someone come looking for you?
The one who knows watches most. The one seeks not to change, but to observe. If the one sees me here, they will know what was once unknown.
What happens if we send you back?
I would return to Apocrypha and resume the catalog of all things until I've exhausted my knowledge, and the one who knows casts me into the world to observe again. That would not be, in mortal terms, for a very long time.
Okay, goodbye. Alchemy.
So, this pitiable creature wants to escape its lot in life, too. Even Daedra dared to dream. I'd be a hypocrite if I didn't feel some sympathy for its plight.
What do you mean?
When a hopeful becomes a player in the House of Reveries, they cast off their old identity and assume their new role completely. Such a serious commitment attracts only those who most desire an escape from their prior circumstances. I'm no different.
You want to be lenient on them?
Misguided as Cress was, I don't believe they acted in malice. There aren't many stories of compassionate Daedra, but it seems at least some of them might be true. The question is, does this little Daedra's story have to end in tragedy?
You have an alternative?
It may fly in the face of common sense, but I think Cress might have the makings of a fine player. They're a bit unrefined, but taking on a new role seems to come naturally, and they'll never forget their lines. I could sponsor them to the house.
Okay. Yeah, I mean, sure. You didn't hurt the other people.
I thought so, and my eye for talent is one of the best among the players. By the time Cress presents themselves before the Grand Maestro, I will have transformed them into a master thespian. I'll stake my reputation on it.
I have no doubt.
All's well that ends well, as they say. This certainly wasn't the direction I expected this story to take, but a good mystery always keeps you guessing. You were a grand co-star. If we ever adapt Investigate a Veil for the stage, I'll be sure to call.
Complete the quest.
All right, Cress. I have a deal for you.
You do? Does this mean I can stay?
No, not in Farmer's Nook, anyway.
Oh. Does it mean I don't have to go back to the library?
Yes, and you will get to live a great many incredible lives.
I can? What do you need me to do?
Watch and learn. You're going to be my apprentice. Now, let's get you a mask.
Okay, cool. Happy ending. That's the end of that quest line.
Now, if you're going to be a proper hopeful, I'm going to need you to take a form similar to one of my players. Can you do
I kind of want to hear what's happening.
You'll have no difficulty with brisk scene changes, certainly. Now, for a name that speaks to your soul, what about Dreamer?
Dreamer. I like that very much.
Okay, whatever.
never have enough of that.
I agree.
In a big family, you have to know how to scrap.
Wait, should I talk to Miri ever? Like,
Something you need to discuss? What would you like to talk about? I don't regret throwing my lot in with you, if that's what you're asking. There aren't many adventurers I'm willing to partner up with again and again, but you keep proving yourself useful. And pretty nice.
ew, there were so many coffee grounds in the bottom of that coffee. Yeah. Stupid Keurig. Chew my coffee. Gross.
I'm still
Look,
here.
Anna.
Thanks for asking.
So I know Miri doesn't like me picking words. Picking torch bugs. But
You look quite capable. Might
Hi,
I be
name's
able
Jasa.
to recruit you to help me? This place was once an honorable tomb for fallen members of the Dark Brotherhood. But now it houses a perversion of death. The cycle, which devours all, has been corrupted here.
what do you mean?
I belong to the clutch of Niswo. I came to this place to perform last rites for 3 well-respected shadow scales entombed here. But I was chased out by a necromancer called Tuma Mazath, who seeks to disturb their remains for selfish purposes.
Disturbing their remains?
Yes. When I arrived here, he had already raised many shadow scale bodies to fight for him. In order to spare the 3 I came to perform last rites upon from this fate, I must destroy their skeletons. Will you help? I can pay you for your services.
I'll help you destroy the remains of the 3 shadow scales.
The remains of these renowned shadow scales deserve the peaceful emptiness of the void. Destruction must pass before creation and change can begin anew. Hurry. We must find the remains inside the cave and destroy them.
Okay, goodbye. Alright, so we're doing 2 things. This is a delve. This is part of the main story quest, and there's a side quest in here. So 2 birds, 1 stone.
Time is a
I
force
know you're
of
all
change.
impressed with my efficiency.
Glad you made it. I wasn't looking forward to going much deeper without you.
Hello, Eveline.
So this is Blood Run Cave, huh? Creepy. You go on ahead. I'll follow behind you. Make sure nothing tries to ambush us. I'll catch up farther in.
How are we supposed to find the Dark Brotherhood sanctuary?
Check the letter you found. It said something about a door located deeper inside the cave. And there was a strange line about death being the key, whatever that means. Go on. I'll follow along shortly.
Goodbye. Okay, so our first thing is here.
Tuma Mazath already uncovered the remains. Quickly, destroy them.
Okay.
May these bones find the emptiness of the void.
bear just disappear that guy?
Hit back, you fetcher!
No. There he is. Okay. We need to go. Oh yeah, there's a map. I should follow the map. So this way is a dead end, but usually it dead ends. There's other stuff. Like chests. And sometimes sky shards, but I don't think it's a sky shard.
Quick! Drink a magic potion!
Magic? No, I don't need to. I'll just hit harder with my staff. Magica. Whoa, hello. Where did you come from? Is he kicking Miri's butt? There was not a chest. I guess the big boss guy was supposed to be the reward, but he didn't give me no good loot, so at least I don't think he did. I guess I never will. Not better. No. Well, I mean that's better, I guess.
You know, I like to think I'm agreeable. This is a fight metal. I never used to fight this much until I met you.
What can I say? Miri, I fight a lot.
Easy! Let your magicka recover!
No need. Ooh, there is in fact a crystal right here. No. Yeah. And then my next thing is down here that I need to do.
You lead.
Tuma Mazath will not have these remains.
Yeah. Tumam Mazath will not have these
All
remains.
that is created must eventually be destroyed,
Yeah,
and then
here we go.
renewed.
This way.
The cycle is unbroken.
Peace away.
I don't want to hurt you, but now I'm going to.
No sign of the Dark Brotherhood. Just a lot of creepy undead. Let's keep going.
I really don't like your odds.
Magica. Better get some back. I like this build because every time I send one of my birds at him diving, it counts that as one of my pets dying or whatever, right? Which, because it's like sacrificing itself. which feeds in well with Bond in Nature because it says anytime one of your animal companion skills end, you are healed for 1260. So every time, where can I loot this, by the way? Every time one of my little birds hits its target, it's ending, and then therefore it heals me. Okay, well, apparently I can't have that loot. There is in fact something I'm supposed to do here. Destroy remains over here. Okay.
The skull of this shadow scale is missing. I think I know why.
Why can't I click anything? Did I do something? What's going on here? I'm gonna get out of there, I guess. Here. I just don't want my account information on there, obviously. But I gotta re-sign in, I guess, because I don't know what's going on with, it won't let me loot anything, it won't let me complete that quest. That intro is so loud. Sorry if that blew your ears out. Wait, that's not my password. Okay, loading back in. Yay, we can do it now. Can I loot this still? Over here?
All that is created must eventually be destroyed and then renewed.
Hey, gold.
The cycle is unbroken.
I don't know why it wouldn't let me loot. Hopefully it doesn't do that often. Some kind of bug. Ooh, what do you want to do? Oh, you want me to talk to you. Okay.
We successfully destroyed almost all of the
I don't know
remains.
about we.
But
I
the
did.
shadow scale with the missing skull is cause for concern. I believe those remains once belonged to Ajum Shay.
Ajum Shay?
A shadow scale who was said to have plucked out his own eye and sealed a powerful necromantic gem within the socket. It granted him the power to see lost spirits. Tuma Mazath must have taken it in order to conduct his ritual.
What do we do?
If I am correct, we must locate Tuma Mazath's ritual site. If he used the skull and the gem inside to power his ritual, it should be nearby. We must make sure to destroy the skull and finish our work. Let us hurry before the chance is lost.
How does Ajum Shay's gem help Tuma Mazath?
I am not certain, but I believe Tuma Mazath either knew about the gem previously or sensed its power when he unearthed Ajum Shay's remains. The necromantic properties of such a gem would likely be a great strengthening agent to any ritual.
How can you be sure the skull will still be nearby?
A ritual of this magnitude would take time to prepare. Tuma Mazath would need to find a place to ready the necessary components and use the skull as a focal point. Should we find the ritual site, the skull will most certainly be there.
Goodbye.
The skull must be here somewhere.
Let's kill this guy first. There he is, he's already dead. That was easy. Now what? He must have killed himself. Oh look, he's back alive.
You will not stop me. They are mine to control.
Is he bugged? Do I have to kill this guy first? Oh, okay. I'm like... Okay, so apparently he killed the bone flayers first. Otherwise, it doesn't do any good. You can't hurt me. I have a healer. Also, I heal myself. Actually, you know, since I heal myself, I should really, like, make mirroring more like a damage dealer. Kind of makes the fights longer, but kind of also at the same time not difficult.
There. That must be Ajum Shea's skull.
Hey, look, there's two things. Alright, let's do this one first.
It is done. Praise
They want me to leave, and then we do this one. Okay, now we return somewhere. I don't have to talk to any of these guys, so both of them say leave the cave. I believe. No? Let me just... Let's make sure. I think I still have to do something for the main quest line. Something over here. And up here. And over here. The sanctuary entrance. Nope, nope, nope. Is it one of these? Makes sense.
That creepy black door. That's gotta be the entrance to the Dark Brotherhood sanctuary. I doubt it's as simple as turning a knob, because that door doesn't have one. Let me see that letter you found again. Wasn't there something about a key?
Here you go.
Gutted, untold danger, long trek, clear out. Ah! Here it is. And remember, death, my brother. That's the key.
How's that a key?
I don't know. Maybe it's a passphrase? I've read about things like that in some of my mystery novels. Go knock on the door or something and see what happens.
I think if I killed Emily...
Go ahead. See if that passphrase
let
opens
me in.
the creepy black door.
Death, my brother. Oh. That was easy. I thought I was gonna have to kill Evely.
Still looking for your murderer? Well, you've come to the wrong place, my friends.
We found the Black Hands beside every body.
Must I say it again? You've been duped, and the Dark Brotherhood has been set up to take the blame.
I actually believe you did. It made a lot of sense.
Haven't
It's
we
just
had
a
this
hand
conversation already?
Yeah, we did.
The Dark Brotherhood didn't murder those counselors.
Okay.
I have no quarrel with you, and you none with me. Now turn around and leave before you force me to do something you will definitely regret.
If you didn't kill the counselors, Leowyn demands to know what you're doing in Blackwood.
Leowyn demands, does it? Very well. This sanctuary belongs to the Dark Brotherhood. It has for a very long time. I have been given the joyous task of reopening it. I assure you, we're a business. We have no designs on Leowyn or the counselors.
If not the Dark Brotherhood, then who's been murdering the counselors?
Obviously some enemy of the counselors who wants to confuse you, throw suspicion on the Dark Brotherhood, keep you chasing after shadows while they accomplish whatever it is they hope to do.
Behind you, dude?
Perhaps we can work together to... What? Now what? Cultists, portaling in. Quickly, secure the sanctuary.
That's the Order of the Waking Flame. What are they doing here? Come on, we need to figure out what's going on.
I didn't even get to say look out. Can I read all these books? Oh, I got mind enchanting increased by reading that one. Not very often, but some of these will increase your skill points. So that's nice. I wonder how many of these books are just repeats of the same book. I don't ever actually read them. Yeah, there's some woodworking. But I do, in fact, go to them because I want skill points for one. And for two, I figured maybe somebody out there wants to actually read all these books. And if so, they can just, like, read them. I have to pause it, of course, because I don't stay on the page very long. But seems easy enough. Did I already do these ones? I think I did. Alright, let's go.
This can't be a coincidence. Did the
Skills.
Waking Flame cultists follow
Alright,
us?
don't cry for mummy.
Sneeze. That was weird. I felt like I was gonna sneeze for a really long time before I actually sneezed. What are you doing?
That was a bit of a warm-up.
Seems the Dark Brotherhood isn't very good at fighting off these guys. A lot of Dark Brotherhood dead.
The Waking
hope
Flame is
watching.
definitely trying to occupy the sanctuary. But why?
There'll be stuff to steal. Guess not.
Hit back, you betcha!
Yeah, you fetcher. That was cool looking. Whatever ability that was.
Fall back!
The cockroach?
Close the portals! Warn the High Priest!
Oh, I think not. All right. What were we discussing
I don't know why you're
before they so
falling back. There's
rudely
only like
interrupted us?
one guy left alive.
I assume this will satisfy your masters in Leowyn. The Dark Brotherhood is not your enemy. The Order of the Waking Flame invaded our sanctuary and killed my brothers and sisters. I can't let them get away with that.
Why would cultists attack the sanctuary?
Seems to me the cultists didn't want you talking to me. Didn't want you hearing me tell you for the 100th time that the Dark Brotherhood didn't kill those counselors. If you ask me, those are your murderers. The Order of the Waking Flame.
The cultists do seem to be after the same thing Everly and I are looking for.
Opportunity and motive. Look, I don't know what that may be, and I don't want to know. But I do want to step through this portal and stick my dagger in their High Priest's throat. Care to come along?
I'll go with you into the portal.
Good. Now you'll see how a Dark Brotherhood assassin deals with unsanctioned targets. And please notice that I won't be dropping any notes or leaflets along the way. Come on. Let's go before the portal closes.
Goodbye.
Stay with the assassin. I'll inform Captain Rianne and Counselor Leviticus about the...
Oh, sure. Run away, Emily. Go inform the counselors. While I do all the fighting.
An ancient ruin
ever.
Not the worst place for a Daedric cult to hide out. Oh, looks like I'm not the only one who leaves important papers lying about. Give that a read, why don't you?
Try to escape. What is this? Trap?
That amulet looks important. Better hang on to that.
The Wood Elf Archer has been a problem since Black Drake Villa. She and her friends are getting too close to learning the truth of Leovic's secret, and they continue to interfere with our efforts to gain possession of the Four Ambitions. Putting them on the trail of the Dark Brotherhood worked for a while. We bought ourselves time. Now to finish this. As your High Priest, I command you to follow them to the Dark Brotherhood Sanctuary. Recover the cash Leovic hid in the ruins and kill them all. Assassins and Leowin mercenaries alike. And once the Wood Elf is dead, see if she still carries the sacred book. I want that tome.
Their High Priest actually ordered them to kill us.
Stark Release. Oh, cool. I don't know what that was, but something... It said use Dark Release. Craziness happened.
Bet they never saw that coming. If it helps, I'm scared too.
Let me out. Let me out. Damn.
Maybe I should have joined the buoyant armigers.
Elam, what are you doing exactly? Ooh, is Elam our companion that we get, actually? Oh, look, a Dark Brotherhood leaflet. Pretty sure that wasn't dropped.
A close approximation of our calling card, but that entire pile is obviously a forgery. So the Order of the Waking Flame killed your counselors and placed the blame on the Dark Brotherhood. Then their High Priest sent his followers to kill us. Care to enlighten me as to what this is actually all about now?
We think the murders have something to do with the secret of the Longhouse Emperors.
All this fuss and bother over an old Imperial secret? Let's review what we learned. The High Priest of the Order of the Waking Flame sent cultists to the Sanctuary to eliminate both my Dark Brotherhood assassins and you and the Wood Elf.
And that pile of black handprints is evidence that they were trying to blame you for the murders.
Obviously the cult has someone watching you. They knew exactly when to attack, certain we'd all be in the Sanctuary. Plus, they were after some cache hidden there. So who are these cultists? And how well do you trust your masters in Leowin?
Are you suggesting that the Mehrunes Dagon cult has spies in Leowin Castle?
I'm not suggesting anything. Just following the clues. If the cultists are Dagonists, then their High Priest is probably a true fanatic. This secret must be pretty important, and most likely pertains to death and destruction. Let's keep searching.
Good idea.
Let's see if something deeper inside this ruin points us to the identity of the cult's High Priest. Figure out who they are, and you may learn more about this secret than you ever imagined. Oh, and you still have that amulet. It might come in handy.
Why are you so interested in figuring out who their High Priest is? I mean, that's obvious. He needs to kill him.
Because I owe them for besmirching the good reputation of the Dark Brotherhood and for ordering the deaths of my brothers and sisters. And because now, I'm curious.
It's like an itch that needs to be scratched.
Do you know anything about the cache mentioned in the High Priest's orders?
No. The orders suggested it was placed in the sanctuary after we abandoned it the first time. We hadn't finished reopening the place, and I hadn't run across any hidden caches. Another mystery, I suppose. Let's keep looking.
Goodbye. Go. Wait. Did I go the wrong direction? What happened here? Oh, it's below me. That's down here. Jump up on you. And then can I jump on you? Ah! I went too far.
This door looks impressive. Let's see what's on the other side.
You know, Mary's getting a lot of experience. Did you
Problem, Sarah?
level or anything yet, or? Oh, still level 4. Okay. What do you have? Oh yeah, this is much better. You can wear this. Cool. I upgraded your something at least. All right. Looks like we go this way.
Was that the last of them? Oh, thank feck.
Thank feck. Feckin' feck. Oh, I got that used dark release again. Let's. Oh, let me use it. Oh, we gotta get.
I never used to fight this much until I met you.
It's not really my fault. They're the ones looking for.
We failed to kill all the assassins, and the Wood Elf and the mercenary are still alive.
Yes. The High Priest isn't going to be happy about that, but we retrieved the cache hidden in the old sanctuary.
With the contents of the cache, the High Priest should be able to determine where to find the first ambition.
Agreed. And we will soon have the location of another one of the ambitions. As just another Imperial counselor, the High Priest has them all fooled.
I knew it. It's that one guy, isn't it?
That's something new. What do you think? Sometimes listening provides the answers we seek. It seems their high priest is actually one of your counselors.
Yeah, it's that.
That explains how they
his
knew
name.
your movements.
It's the one I was suspicious
and
of.
they found
all
whatever they
along.
were looking for in the sanctuary.
Right. Sounds like they know where to find one of the ambitions, too. From Leovic's secret.
I'd rather not know any more about this damn secret. It's cursed.
Oh, you have no idea. I've been
Did you
all
see how they
over
opened
this
that
zone.
portal? They used their amulet on the pedestal. You still have the one we found. Let's find another pedestal and see if we can follow them.
Goodbye. Let's find another pedestal. All these chests are already open. It's kind of sad. It's down this way. There seems to be like a lot of like side areas that I'm not. There's nothing here. Okay. There's something. Yeah, I did that for the molybdenum. Molybdenum.
Keep looking. We need to find a pedestal like the one those cultists used.
Pedestals. Let's see, I could go that way or I could go this way. Here's one.
That pedestal looks promising. Let's talk before you try to open a portal.
I agree.
This may work. It may not. We may open a portal that takes us to the cultists, or we may open one to some dark and deadly corner of oblivion. Still, nothing ventured, nothing gained. So, ready to try something daring?
I'm ready. What would you suggest?
It looked to me like the cultists used their amulet on the pedestal and opened a portal. Examine the pedestal and see if there's a place to fit the amulet. These Dagonist fools think they've gotten the better of us. Let's prove them wrong.
Goodbye. Okay. I don't know if this is gonna lead us where we want to be, or if this is gonna lead us to some other crazy part of Oblivion, like he said. So I'm gonna leave off here in the video, and we'll pick up from here next time and find out where the portal takes us. If you like the video, please like it. Please subscribe. It helps me a lot. Yeah, I'll catch you guys next time.